Johnny. Welcome back. Today I'm going to do a video that I saw Erica Conger and Jan Van do. It's 99 questions that need to be answered. So if you've been here before, you know that me and questions, I tend to give long responses. I don't know how to not, but I'm going to try to not. For real. I'm just going to try to like go through them as quickly as I can. But since it's 99 questions, we don't have time for me to be blabbing on like I am right now, right? So before we get started, just so you know, this eye look is, I used the Cosmic Brushes Royal Rose palette. I had to like force myself to use it because I stepped on it and I accidentally cracked the mirror. And like, this is real hard for me. This is real hard for me because I'm a little persnickety, a little finicky about things. And I have to tell myself, you don't need an entirely new palette just because the mirror is broken. But if you know how to like, can you fix a mirror like this? I don't think you can. I might have to just cover it up because I can't look at this. I can't look at it because it irritates me because it's broken and it's not perfect. Don't worry, I will process this in therapy next Tuesday at 3. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump in. Do you sleep with the closet doors open or closed? Closed. It just, you know what? I wonder if it's like partly my finicky persnickety-ness. Like, why are the doors open? That's not, they need to be closed. Girl, I need to journal some of this. Stuff is coming out that I'm not sure of. Do you take shampoo? But you know what? If I leave the doors open, I'm already starting stories. Rose will like creep into the closet. I'm like, what you doing? There's nothing in there for you. Do you take shampoo and conditioner bottles from hotels? I do not. Typically the shampoo and conditioner, honestly, I won't even use them because they're too drying on my hair. They're just not made for my hair type. Do you sleep with your sheets tucked in or out? Does that mean am I under the sheets or is it like tucked in? How can you sleep with it tucked in? Do you just like snuggle down into it like a straitjacket? I don't know how to answer this question. Okay, so I will, the bed is made, right? So the sheets are tucked under the mattress. Now to get into the bed under the sheet, I untuck a part of it, right? And you get in. What does this question mean? Next question. Have you stolen a street sign before? Nope. I don't engage in criminal activity, Erica and Jan. Do you like to use Post-it notes? I do. I use them a lot at work just to sometimes like write myself quick notes, or I do like to, I'm such a nerd. I do like to write little notes and put them on, like if I'm in an office, on people's doors. And I like to have pink Post-it notes. Oh my God, that's like so Elle Woods. Do you cut out coupons but then never use them? If I have a coupon, I'm going to use it. Like, I want a discount on everything. I would always ask for a student discount. When I worked at a university, I would show my university ID and be like, do I get a discount? I'm always telling my parents, if you don't use that, send your discount. So yeah, if I have some sort of coupon or discount, girl, I'm not going to forget. And if I forget, I'm going to go ahead and contact the company and ask them if I could actually apply it afterward. But I guess you can't really cut coupons anymore. Do they have coupon books? I feel like it's all like virtual. Yeah, now. Would you rather be attacked by a bear or a swarm of bees? I'm going to go with a bear because I feel like they say that if you just like stand super still, don't make any quick movements, like the bear might just like sniff you and then go about his business. Now, if the bear likes dark meat, I'm in trouble. Do you have freckles? No. No, I don't have freckles. I have maybe a smattering of freckles on my boobs. I don't know, I'm not gonna show you, but I don't know. Do you always smile for pictures? Yes. Because sometimes if I don't smile, I don't know if I have resting bitch face. I don't think I do. But if I don't smile in a photo, people are like, are you okay? Like, because I think they're so used to seeing me smile. So now I'm just like, because if I don't, then people are like, What is a specific pet peeve you have that most other people don't have? I'm not sure. Like, I'm trying to think of what pet peeves I have. You know, one thing that annoys me that I think I'm in the minority, like there are people who join me in that minority, but you know, when like the sun is out and like the seasons are changing and it's becoming like spring and summer, I hate birds outside my window. Like, move from my window. Like, I don't, you're loud. I don't want to hear you. You're interrupting my peace. I'm like, it annoys me so much. Like, I don't think I have anything against birds, but just why are you chirping so loud? One thing I like about when it's getting cooler is them birds aren't out there chirping in my ear. Do you ever count your steps when you walk? No. Have you ever peed in the woods? No. Have you ever stepped in dog poo? Probably accidentally. Eesh. Do you ever dance even if there is no music playing? All the time. What? I was just, There's music in my head. Do you chew your pens and pencils? Nope. How many hours of sleep do you get each night? Girl, you better hope I get enough, because if I don't, I'm a whole other person. But I'm one of those people, I need at minimum 8, a good like solid 8. 9 is even better, but I don't get that every night. Like, I might get 7, I might get 6. But like over the past, there were things going on last year, health related, and I could not sleep. I was tired all the time. I was taking like 7-minute naps in between clients, in between patients. I was so exhausted. That was some of the most terrible experiences, because when you are sleep deprived, your brain reacts as if you are under the influence of like alcohol or drugs. Like, you're just not on it. But child, oh, it's gotten so much better. Like, I used to not even be able to fall asleep without some sort of medication. Child, now I could just lay out and I'm just gone. Not always. Like, there are still some times where I struggle to go to sleep, but oh, that was a terrible time. If you've ever experienced like sleep deprivation, insomnia, whatever, it's terrible. So I like to get a good 8 hours or more. What size is your bed? I have a queen bed because I'm a queen. G has like a king bed. That thing is so comfortable. His bed is so much more comfortable than mine. Oh my God. Like, I don't even know what that bed is made of. Heaven? It's made of heaven. What is your song of the week? My song of the week is probably, it's that song from Mariah Carey where she had Jennifer Hudson and Ariana Grande. It came out like last holiday season. No, stop. Wait, that's Kelly Clarkson, which she's always in my list. Oh, Santa is the name of it. Oh my gosh. Google that. It's such a cute song. Mariah Carey makes like $3, $4, $5 million around this time of the year. That like, so that's my song of the week. Is it okay for guys to wear pink? Of course. All people can wear all colors. Do you still watch cartoons? I don't. I used to really enjoy cartoons though, but when you have like an older brother that's like 8 years older than you, you don't always get to watch cartoons as a child because he will watch what he wants. So I didn't really get a chance to watch some of the cartoons that other people were watching. Like, I don't remember My Little Pony. I think maybe I watched the Smurfs a little bit. I did watch DuckTales. DuckTales, woo! And I liked Scooby-Doo. I watched Scooby-Oo, but my brother liked it too. But he also got me into X-Men. Y'all, is it this year? Is it this year that the movie is coming out? The Deadpool movie that like resurrects Wolverine. I've had a crush on Wolverine since he was a cartoon. And then when Hugh Jack... Girl, I don't even want people to go with me to see a Wolverine movie. I need to be by myself. This is a private moment between me and Hugh Jackman. Between me and Wolverine, really. But he got me into X-Men, Transformers, Thundercats. All of those cool cartoons from back in the day. My older sister still watches cartoons on Saturdays. What is your least favorite movie? I'm not sure. The only thing that pops in my head is some of these movies that Tyler Perry be making. The plot line is always some broke down woman. She goes to church. She finds the Lord. She finds a man that you wouldn't think that would be a fit for her, and they fall in love. And like, I'm just like, dude, don't nobody care about this. And Tyler Perry, I don't know who he has doing those people's hair on his set, but he needs to really get some real good wigs. Look at his movies, girl. Not Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Everybody's pretty good in that movie. Some of his later ones, or some of the ones that are like straight to TV. I don't know why he be doing them people like that. The hair. And then he has Shamar Moore. He had him in a cornrow wig. Girl, he needs to stop. That's part of the reason I don't like the movies, because I don't like you doing people wrong with this hair. I need you to spend a little bit more money on the hair and change up the plot line. Okay, where would you bury hidden treasure if you had some? I don't know why I would tell you where I'm gonna bury it. You gonna go like dig it up. Where would I bury it though? You know what? I'm one of those people, I'll put something somewhere. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put it right there for safekeeping, so it doesn't get lost. And then I don't know where it is, girl. Sometimes I'll be walking around, I see something, I'm like, oh my God, that's where I put that thing a year ago. What do you drink with dinner? Water. Usually sparkling water. I love sparkling water. Sometimes I'll have some kombucha. If I go out, I'll typically have, like maybe a cocktail or a glass of wine. But if I'm home or at somebody else's house, I'm having water. What do you dip chicken nuggets in? Now, I haven't had McDonald's chicken nuggets in decades, but I have had Chick-fil-A nuggets, and I get the Polynesian sauce. So good. But there's this other place over here. Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but it's so good. And it's only open for like a couple hours. And when I do that, when you can get like chicken strips and you can get a biscuit, and it's those big like homemade biscuits. So I'll get that with some fries. And then, not anymore, girl, because I need to watch my sodium. And then I'll get the blue cheese dipping sauce. I wasn't on the blue cheese bandwagon, but once I tasted it, I was like, this is kind of good. What is your favorite food? Okay, so my family's from the Caribbean. So my favorite food is curry chicken and roti. Hand to God, if I had to choose a last meal, it would be curry chicken and roti. And if I could add a little bit, I would like some peas and rice. And if I could add a little bit more, I would like some plantain. What movies could you watch over and over again and still love? Definitely Legally Blonde. The Devil Wears Prada. Probably Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Is that the name of it? Yeah. There are TV shows, though, that I can watch over and over and over again and not get tired. And Gilmore Girls is one of those, although it has not aged well. Pretty Little Liars, although they should have ended the show after season 3. And then the newer one is Only Murders in the Building. Have you watched that? It's so good. Last person you kissed or kissed you? G. Shut up. Were you ever a Girl Scout? No, I was not. I don't remember us having Girl Scouts in the hood, honestly. Maybe we did, but I wasn't in them. Would you ever strip or pose nude in a magazine? I sure would, depending on how much they pay me. Girl, you would see all the treats. When was the last time you wrote a letter to someone on paper? I used to write letters all the time because I had a pen pal. That was so fun. I'm still friends with her, Jamie. I would say that maybe the last letter I wrote on paper was to myself. So every year, my mom's church does this thing where you can write down the 7 things you're kind of putting into the atmosphere. You're like, what's the word? Manifesting or whatever. And then you write it to yourself. You send it to the church. The bishop prays over all of it. And then he sends it back. Girl, when I tell you this year, when I got my 7 things back, stuff had come true. But you know what? Because the past 2 years, I had a jackass on the list. And once we got rid of him, girl, everything fell into place. Whew. Girl, he was messing up. He was blocking my blessings. Can you change the oil in a car? I sure cannot. But I can flirt with the mechanic so that I can get either free or majorly discounted oil changes. Been doing that for like 10, 15 years. Ever gotten a speeding ticket? Not one where you get pulled over for, but I have gotten one of those camera speeding tickets. Like, DC, they'll get you coming and they'll get you going. They don't care if they already gave you one ticket down the street. They will give you another one. Those cameras are fast. They are faster than the paparazzi. So I have gotten a couple of those. And you can't even argue it because they have the picture and you see yourself driving. You can't even argue. Yes, that's me. Have you ever ran out of gas? I don't think so. What is your favorite kind of sandwich? So I'm not a big like cold cuts kind of sandwich person. I don't like them for some reason. I know that it's not raw, but for some reason I feel like I gotta cook it. I gotta cook the meat. So I'm not a big sandwich person. Like I'll have a sandwich. Like sometimes I get in these moods where I'm like, I kind of want a sandwich. So I'll make one, and then after a while, I'm like, oh, I don't want these anymore. But, oh, you know what? I had a sandwich from Panera. It was like, it wasn't a panini, but it was like a hot sandwich. It was so good. I mean, it could have been that I was really hungry. I inhaled that sandwich. That was really good. So I will get sandwiches from Panera. Best thing to eat for breakfast. Best thing to eat for breakfast. Well, when I go into the office, like one day a week, I will go by Dunkin' Donuts and I will get a croissant with egg and bacon. I don't want cheese on it. We already talked about cheese in the last video, okay? I don't want the, ew, take the cheese off. I don't want the cheese on it. Now, I will eat some Tillamook extra sharp cheese with some like wheat thins or some other kind of cracker. Is that just a Caribbean thing? Girl, we be chomping down on that cheese and crackers little meal. But so that I like that in the mornings. Sometimes just like a piece of raisin toast with a little bit of butter on it or something. Aside from that, all I really need is some coffee. What is your usual bedtime? So, since grad school, I've had a bedtime, okay? I try to start winding down around 9. It may have even been 8 in grad school, so I'd have moved it back a little hour. I try to start winding down at 9 and, like, hitting the pillow at 10. It doesn't always happen. Like, we just talked about my sleeping issues for a while. So, people actually know, don't call me. Like, I'm not going to answer. If I actually call my family and it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock, they're like, is everything okay? Why are you calling? Because they know, girl, don't call me. I'm not going to answer. If it's an emergency, call 911. Are you lazy? No, I'm not. Sometimes I don't feel like doing stuff, but I'm not lazy. When you were a kid, what did you dress up as for Halloween? I talked about this in like another video, but I didn't really dress up. Yeah, I didn't really dress up. I probably started dressing up a little bit as I got older. So I don't remember ever having like, you know, you go to the store and you get a Halloween costume. I'm pretty sure there are times where maybe I was like a ghost with like a sheet, you know, but I don't think there was ever anything that was like really consistent. What is your astrological sign? I'm gonna let you guess. What is it? Come on. There's only like one that fits me, and I'm a Leo. You're not surprised. You're not surprised that I'm a Leo. Come on, you're not surprised. How many languages do you speak? 1.5. English and a little bit of Spanish. Like, actually, I could say more than hola, okay? Do you have any magazine subscriptions? Not to my home, but I do get like the Psychology Today magazine at my office. Sometimes I'll read it, sometimes I'll just put it out for clients to read. Which are better, Legos or Lincoln Logs? I'm trying to remember Lincoln Logs. So I'd probably have to go with Legos. Also, the other day, I was mad at G, and I was like, I hope you step on a Lego with no shoes on. Are you stubborn? Probably, yeah. Who is better, O'Brien or Letterman? I have not really watched either of them. Oh, okay, wait a minute. But is O'Brien the one where he always gets embarrassed when, there's this black woman comedian. Oh gosh, she's so funny. She was in the show The Good Place. She was like the mail carrier lady. What is her name? She is hilarious. And she always makes, I think it's Conan O'Brien. She always makes him a little uncomfortable. Not in a bad way, but she'll talk about like really risque things. I've watched some of those. They're like close friends. I love it. What is her name? It's like right there. Shoot, I hope I remember. So maybe O'Brien, I don't know. Letterman's cool too, I guess. I don't really watch like late night TV because I'm asleep. Have you ever watched soap operas? Oh, yes. Okay, so my brother's 8 years older than me. My sisters are 11 and 12 years older than me. That's why I connect with some of y'all who are like 11 and 12 years older than me. But my one sister, girl, these are the days of our lives. We watched Days of Our Lives. That was the main one. I don't really think we watched any of the other ones. Days of Our Lives was the show. Isn't that still on? Girl. Days of Our Lives. Like sands through the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. Are you afraid of heights? No, not really. Do you sing in the car? Is this even a question? I not only sing in the car, I shout. I have personal concerts, okay? There have been times I've been shouting, singing so hard I get to my destination and my throat is sore. Do you sing in the shower? Yes. If I don't have the music playing to sing in the shower, I have like a podcast or an audiobook playing. It's like a whole thing. Do you dance in the car? Yes. Okay. There have been times I've been sitting at a light and I'm just like, I will dance. I will dance. I will sing. I will do all kinds of stuff. Have you ever used a gun? No. Last time you got a portrait taken from a photographer? Last year I redid my like professional business photos. Yeah. And here's the thing. Every year when I was younger, probably starting around 13, I would go to, do you remember those little like picture shops, like either in the mall or like on the corner? You could go in, you could have like, you could get a whole bunch of pictures in your post, like, you know what I'm saying? Girl, I would get those every year. It was super narcissistic. And I had like, it's actually really cool to see yourself over the years. I might have stopped around 21, 22. Yeah, probably like when I graduated college. Do you think musicals are cheesy? No. I kind of like the old musicals though, like the movies, like Singing in the Rain, Fancy Face. Would those even count? My Fair Lady? I don't know if those would count as musicals, but I like those. Oh my gosh, I love them. I used to have the channel, what is it, Turner Classic Movies or whatever. Does that still exist? I don't know, but I miss watching those. I miss watching them so much. Is Christmas stressful? I think it can be. I think it can be. I think travel can be stressful. I think people seeing their families can be stressful. Like there is an uptick in therapy requests after people go see their families. Yeah, I think it can be. I'm hoping that most people don't have that experience though. Have you ever eaten a Big Mac? Favorite type of fruit pie? Apple. I'm real basic. but I don't even like big slices of apple. I'm a little weirder than I thought. Occupations you wanted to be when you were a kid? I wanted to be a teacher or a doctor, and I'm both. Well, I'm a doctor. I'm a psychologist, but I can also teach, and I have taught. So, do you believe in ghosts? I think so. Like, I just feel like it would be super like crazy to think that there aren't other things around us. Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever had a deja vu feeling? Yes. Do you take a vitamin daily? Typically I do. I did just run out of my vitamins though, so I need to get more. And I'm a fully grown person, and my parents will call me and be like, did you take your vitamins? Do you wear slippers? Yes. Do you wear a bathrobe? Only when somebody else is around who's not wanting to just look at my body. But I'll wear one if I have like guests or something. What do you wear to bed? Girl, there's a lot of things. Either nothing, just my skin, or I don't like being hot, and so most often it's like a t-shirt, but the t-shirt, it has to be like an oversized t-shirt, and usually I have to like cut the arms off. I need to like cut the neck. Oh my god, y'all, I'm so weird. So also it could be like a nightgown. Why people don't just have regular nightgowns anymore? I just like one of those old school nightgowns that you could just put on. It's a sleeveless one. It comes like maybe mid-thigh to the knee. That's perfect. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wear. Sometimes I just let everything just be free, but that gets real, child. I can almost strangle myself sometimes though. Have you ever worn like a nightgown or some kind of shirt and you wake up in like one boob? How does that happen? What was your first concert? My first concert, I think my first concert back in the day was Immature. Do you remember them? But I haven't been to a lot of oh, wait a minute. And then I went to Kirk Franklin. I don't know if that was a concert, but in like for real adulthood, Lizzo was my first concert. Can you believe that? That was like 4 years ago or something. Yeah. I'm so lame. Walmart, Target, or Amazon? Actually, I feel like I go to each for different reasons. Amazon, I feel like it's real quick, real fast and quick. And if I need to get something to my parents, I'll probably use Amazon. Child, did I tell you that story of my mom asking if I could get a hoe off Amazon? Now, I knew she meant a garden hoe, but when I tell you, I was cracking up so hard and cracking on my mom so hard, I still to this day, and this was a couple months ago, I'm like, Mommy, remember when you wanted me to get a whore off? I am known in the family for finding funny in everything, okay? Amazon is real quick. Target, I actually probably don't shop at Target as much as I used to. Walmart, I don't know if you are like a curvy person or plus size person, but they have upped their like fashion for plus size folks. I've gotten a couple of outfits from Walmart and I'm like, wow, like this is good. Check that out. Nike or Adidas? I think I've probably tended towards Nike. I thought Nike was like the be all end all, but when I was running and doing marathons and stuff, I was like, nah, I need like these Brooks or Hoka or like these other shoes that I didn't even know existed. I didn't even put a pair of Nikes on. Now I would say I wear a lot of Skechers, Dawn, Skechers. I don't have a lot of, I don't have like a lot of sneakers or tennis shoes. Most of them I use for working out. Cheetos or Fritos? Cheetos, but I just had this flashback to being a child and going to like the corner ghetto liquor store and you can get the little bag of Fritos and they would put chili on top and some cheese, so it was like chili cheese Fritos. Oh my God, that was so good. Do people do that still? Oh, I just got shivers. That was so good. Peanuts or sunflower seeds? Probably peanuts. I still have so many memories of my parents like buying the peanuts in the shell and like cracking them and eating them. I think they still do that. Ever listen to vinyl records? Yeah, at home when I was younger, my dad would pull out the records with all the soca and reggae music. Ever take dance lessons? Not really like formally. Like I've taken dance classes at times, and when I was in college, in a sorority, I set up for us to learn with one of the fraternities how to, salsa, I think. So I don't know that I've taken lessons, but I could dance though. I've won a dance contest. Girl, I was like 10. What was your first job? This one is tricky because playing in the different steel drum bands my dad and I had, like, there were times that I was paid. I was paid as a musician, right? But then I would say, wait, which one came first? Did I do both of those jobs? I think so. So I was working at KB Toys. Remember, they just closed down like a couple years ago. KB Toys and Boston Market. Have I told you this story? So Boston Market, right? Okay, so my sister's job, she was working at like Bank of America. And there was a Boston Market like right there. So I would be able to go to work like with her, right? And then KB Toys, I remember, like, I had just gotten my license or something, so I was able to drive there. OMG. That Black Friday sale, girl. Anyway, Boston Market. Now, they hired me as a cashier server. Keep that in mind. I was so good at my job, cashier serving. And then one day, they were like, we need you to cut the chicken. Now, my family said that I should not have done this, but I said, you didn't hire me to cut chicken. And they were like, we need you to cut the chicken. And so I was like, okay, give me the knife. Like, and it's very particular how you're supposed to cut the chicken at Boston Market. Everything is particular. It's like you have to, the way you put the mashed potatoes in the thing and how you do the scoop of gravy, like everything has a way of doing it, right? Now, when you're a cashier server, you ring stuff up and at the front you go ahead and you put the plate together. I wasn't hired to cut nobody's chicken, and they should have known, but they went ahead and told me to cut the chicken. And you know what? They had to end up using that chicken for the sandwiches because I was not hired to cut it. I don't know why you asked me to, but I'm going to show you. If you're not going to believe me, I'm going to show you. And I did. I don't know how to cut this chicken. Can you curl your tongue? I believe so. Yes, I can. Ever want a spelling bee? I'm not sure. Maybe when I was younger. Have you ever cried because you were so happy? Yes. Own a CD player. I used to even have one in my car. Own a tape recorder. I used to up until probably grad school, maybe even internship, because when you're in training to be a therapist, you have to record all your sessions. So yeah, had a tape recorder. Do you like to burn candles? Yes. I found these couple of candle companies that I like. One of them is called Light This Bitch Candle Company. The other is Pancakes. So they have that like elixir for your body that I've talked about before. It's just like this oil you can rub all over yourself. And they have candles and they have soaps. OMG. I stay stocked with their stuff. I like their candles. Have you ever been in love? Yes. Who would you like to see in concert? I mean, Kelly Clarkson. What was the last concert you went to? Kelly Clarkson. I love her so much. Is my cup up here? No. Listen, Kelly Clarkson, like, love her. So for my birthday this past summer, I was like, oh, I told my family, let's meet in Vegas because they're in LA. It's a 4-hour drive. And instead of going home to LA, I was like, let's do something different. I always go home and celebrate in LA with my family, but why don't we celebrate in Vegas? And then a couple days after that, I saw that Kelly Clarkson was going to be in Vegas on my birthday. And I was like, well, this is meant to be. Girl, I bought my Kelly Clarkson tickets before I bought my plane ticket. And I was going to go by myself because no one in my family wanted to go. But my niece was like, oh, I'll go with you. And I was like, you don't have to because, like, I'll buy your ticket. But if you don't really want to go, let me know because I'll take the money I was going to use to purchase your ticket and I will get myself a better seat. She was real offended by it. So my niece went with me and it was, y'all, it was so much fun. So much so that I saw that Kelly's gonna be back in Vegas like December and February, I think. And I'm debating going. Love her, okay? I love her. Everybody was all excited for like Beyonce this summer. Girl, you didn't tell me nothing. I was excited for Kelly. And I still am. Love her. Love her. Ice water or iced tea? I don't really like super cold water. I don't like ice water very much. Unless the ice has melted a little bit. So I think I'll go with iced tea. But if I am going to have iced anything, I need a straw. Tea or coffee? Girl, do you have to ask twice? Coffee. Sugar cookies or snickerdoodles? Now, my friend, she made this snickerdoodle bread. If she wasn't married, I'd probably marry her, because that was so good. I ain't never had it in my life. And now I'm like, are you gonna make that bread? It was so good. So initially I probably would have said sugar cookies, but now that I have more experience, I'm gonna say the snickerdoodle bread. Can you swim well? Nope. Can you hold your breath without holding your nose? Yes. Are you patient? Nope. DJ or band at a wedding? I think a DJ. But if I were to have a wedding, I would potentially want a DJ playing Caribbean music and a steel drum band. Ever won a contest? Yes. Have you ever had plastic surgery? No. I have had quite a few surgeries to like fix things. Like I had surgery on my eyes. I had surgery like on my tailbone. So I had surgery on my uterus. Like they've been all up and through cutting me up, girl. Which are better, green or black olives? Aren't the green ones like kind of tart? So I think I'll go with the black ones. Can you knit or crochet? Yeah, I can knit. You're surprised by that, aren't you? So in grad school, I needed a way to engage in like self-care. Because girl, like I told you, grad school is stressful. But also I had to challenge myself to do something that I'm not good at because I'm a perfectionist. So I was like, okay, I'm going to learn how to knit. And I went into it knowing I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this at all. It's going to be terrible. And I was the worst. But I really enjoyed it. Child, I was knitting something for about like 4 years. I ain't never finished it. But like sometimes when I have long nails, I can't do it just because it gets in the way. And I have to like, since I don't stay consistent with it anymore, I have to always remind myself how to like do everything. But yes, I can knit. Best room for a fireplace? I'm gonna say the living room because I don't like to be hot. Maybe it's like real cozy and sexy and romantic in the bedroom, but I'm gonna be hot, girl. We're not even gonna be able to turn it on. So let's just put it in the living room. Then everyone can enjoy it. Do you believe in love at first sight? I don't know if it would be love, but I do believe in like a strong connection at first sight. How long have you been married? Girl, I'll tell you when I do get married, okay? Who was your high school crush? And maybe we've already established I'm kind of weird, but I don't know that I really, like, I wasn't super duper into dating. I was just like, I don't got time for y'all. I'm trying to get this diploma so I can go and get this degree, and then I can go get this other degree. But there were like a couple young men that I had crushes on. One, okay, so I went to an all-girls school. Yes, the same one that Tyra and Meghan Markle went to. And so because of that, when we were having like dances and stuff, and we didn't have a brother school. We didn't have a brother school because my school was private and not Catholic. And it wasn't Catholic because the nuns got kicked out of the archdiocese because they were badass. So, we would have to like ask, you got to find somebody to ask to the dance if you want to take someone. So I would take the public bus from home to school. Now, school was the last stop, okay? Like the last stop. That's where the bus stopped. It don't go no further. We up in the Hollywood, we at Griffith Park. We're in the Hollywood Hills. And so I used to ride the bus, and I saw this cute guy on there, and I just went up to him and I was like, hi. And I thought he was real cute. So what did I don't even know what I said to him, but he ended up being my date for the prom. The junior prom. But before that, I went with like friends to dances, but he was junior prom and he ended up in the hospital, and yeah. And then senior prom, no, wait a minute. There was like a senior dance. I went to that with this, I guess he was technically my first boyfriend. Then he went to jail. And then senior prom, I was on the prom court and I went to that with like this boy from church I had like a crush on or something. Yeah, but I didn't really like date and stuff in high school. Not even really in college. I really got into my groove in grad school. Do you cry and throw a fit until you get your own way? No, I don't do that. I do cry easily, but I don't cry until I get my way. Do you like to read? I do. I think that I used to love to read when I was a child, and it kind of dropped off a little bit in grad school because then it was like I had to read, and I had to read a lot. Although you kind of stop reading second year, you just skim. Yeah, and I've always really liked the physical books. Like I went on this whole like reading all the classics kind of thing, and then I moved on to the Kindle, and now I've actually been into audiobooks. I never thought I would be, because I'm just like one of those purists where I'm like, you gotta have the book, but I still love to read. What's your favorite book? Ugh, that one's hard. Favorite book? I just feel like I've read so many. I don't know if I have a favorite book. I have like favorite, maybe like genres, or like I really enjoy memoirs of people I like. Or autobiographies. I like psychological thriller kind of stuff. When I was reading Anna Karenina, I felt like real smart because the book is huge. And so I would just walk around with it and just like reading it with my glasses on. I just felt like that one makes me feel smart just because it's like a big book. What is your least favorite color? Least favorite color? I mean, I have like a favorite color. Maybe I gravitate less toward like those pukey greens that people like a lot. But I don't think I really started wearing color until maybe grad school. Child, there was a lot happening in grad school. But I used to wear a lot of black. And my mom, not like goth black, but it was just like easy. Just throw on black, right? But I did start, and I used to wear a lot of skirts and dresses. Child, I don't even know. Or, you know what? I also used to wear a lot of solid colors, and I've gotten more into, like, patterns. But you know what? I think that happens when you get older, too, because I don't know. Why do they think we want to wear patterns? Like, can I just get a solid color blouse? Do you miss anyone right now? Yes. But he's like 15 minutes away. I don't know why I miss him. So I miss G. But I also miss, especially around this time of year, just because I can't go home on some holidays because it's really expensive to go from the East Coast to the West Coast. So I do miss my family. I miss my parents a lot. I miss my siblings. I miss my niece. I miss my friends. Like, I have friends that I've known since kindergarten, and like high school. And I just like, it's something about, in college, something about people who know you, like, or have known you for so long. There's just a different level of comfort. You know what I mean? So I miss those. Like, I have lovely friends now, as an adult. And also, like, there's just something about people who have known you your entire life, or starting at like age 5. So I really, really appreciate those friends. And even though we're not in the same place, like, the connection is still there. We still keep in touch. And I think I'm really lucky and blessed to be able to say that I've had friends for like 30 plus years, you know? Yeah, I think that's 99, girl. How long was that, y'all? I don't think it was too bad, right? I didn't give too many stories. Yeah. So, let me know what you think about these. I will try to put these questions in the description box in case you want to answer any of them. Please don't feel like you have to, because that's a lot of questions. And I wonder, why is it 99 but not 100? Maybe that's the last question. That's the 100th one. I hope that some of this was helpful. I also hope that you're continuing to take care of yourself. I hope that you are basking in the holiday season, enjoying yourself, enjoying time with yourself and time with your family, time with your friends. Girl, we about to be in 2024, okay? So start writing that, practice writing it on your checks. Leave me a comment, let me know what's going on, and yeah. I would love it if you liked the video. I would love it even more if you subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.